Alright folks, welcome to day 6 of 12 dark beers of Christmas. Yeah, not looking as festive in this one, even though I'm recording it on the same day. Anyway, so we're going over to Northern Monk this time, and we're having a look at OFSO 57. Which is part of the Old Flax Store project, and this is part of their sort of like around the world series. Country being Vietnam this time. So this is a Vietnamese coffee imperial brown stout, clocking in at 10% ABV, with Trung Nguyen coffee and vanilla. Also got some lactose in there as well. And yeah, I do like the artwork for these Old Flax Store beers that they do. Almost like not analytical, but you know what I mean. So let's see what we get with this one then. And it's a very generous pour, it's protruding from the top. Got the correct glassware for this one. So, you know me and my coffee beers, any excuse. Oh, I can smell it from here. Beer in the glass then, and that is pretty much black as night. One finger's worth of a sort of like espresso head. Very dark black coffee looking. Certainly fitting the part, although brown stout. Is there like a brownish hue to it? My eyes deceive me if there is a brownish hue. But looking very nice, especially with the detailing on this. Slightly mini looking teku. Anyway, we won't get into the whole teku conversation. Let's see what we get on the nose. Oof. Well, first of all, it's very stouty. And that's the review. It's got that sort of like, you know, aromatic coffee from afar. Cuntish aroma note there, but it is what it is. But yeah, it's got a really lovely general sort of roastiness to it. I'm getting a slight hint of almost like a black currant coming through. Now, whether that's coming from the selection of yeast that you sometimes get of like that raspberry sort of character, which I do find Northern Monk have quite a fair bit in their dark beers, or whether that's coming from a sort of like a fruity ester from the coffee itself. Very unfamiliar with the coffee variety that they've used for this. As much as I love coffee, I know next to nothing about what to expect from certain blends and that sort of stuff. But it's smelling really nice. Anyway, let's give it a taste. Cheers, folks. Oh, wow. Not what I was expecting on the flavour. That's quite a savoury imperial stout. Coffee character is really nice in this. You're not getting much on the nose, but you are definitely getting that on the flavour. It's almost got that, you know, if you make yourself a coffee, but you let it go cold because you've forgotten about it, and then you take a sip and you get this almost like chocolatey flavour. I'm getting that with this. There's like a general sort of dark bitter chocolate. It almost feels like there's undissolved grainy, like little flecks of grain in there. Do you know? I say it quite a few times. You know when you're like making a hot chocolate or something like that, and you've not mixed it through properly, and you can sometimes feel the grains of powder. Nice gentle carbonation. There's almost like a smoky licorice element coming through. Very gentle though. Like a blackcurrant licorice. It's not like one of those massively flavourful imperial stouts, but it still has like a certain amount of robustness to it. And I think it's one of those occasions where the coffee is actually stealing the show. And it's a lovely coffee character. There's like a fruitiness coming from the coffee. And funny enough, got my Girls Who Grind coffee t-shirt on. Completely unrelated. I've not actually worn this t-shirt for ages because even though it's an extra large, it's not very flattering on the old tits. Do you know what I mean? As a heavier set man with a massive gut, it's I wouldn't say it's like a really sort of like tight extra large, but it's a snug extra large, which is very, very risky for a man of my size. But yeah, I like this. It's just a really well balanced beer, although you get a little bit more of the coffee than the actual stout elements to it. Just nice balance, subtle. It's got sort of like an old school Russian imperial stout sort of vibe to it. You know, before stouts got all like adjunct ridden and sweet and that sort of stuff. But yeah, not bad at all. It's not the best imperial stout that I've had from Northern Monk, not by a long shot, but it's still an interesting one. There are some flavours in this that I can't put my finger on them. So it's got that little bit of a twist to it. And I think I've had a few coffee beers with Vietnamese coffee varieties in there, but I'd be lying if I would say, taking a sip of this, yeah, that's Vietnamese coffee. That they've used like Jerry, they've used Vietnamese coffee in this. Do you know what I mean? Don't know who Jerry is. He sometimes stands over my bed when I'm asleep. It all makes sense now. Anyway. Yeah, nice stuff indeed. Nice stuff indeed. It's a nice step in the right direction after that that Christmas ale that we had yesterday, earlier today, from St. Bernardus. But yeah, it's modest, well brewed, and I think it's one of those examples where it's about the balance and the subtleties, and all in all, it's a very satisfying beer indeed. And I would recommend it if you see it, especially if you like coffee beers. I mean, it delivers in that respect by the bucket load. I've had some really good coffee infused beers these past few weeks. So on that side of things, it ticks all the right boxes. But as I said, you know, it's not the best Northern Monk Imperial Stout that I've had. but it's something a little bit different. It's got that sort of like uniqueness to it, but at the same time, it's just fundamentally a well brewed stout. And there's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, so if you've tried this, then let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. Links to Northern Monk will be in the description, as always. Yeah, I'm slowly starting to run out of beers for this series now. So that's going to be fun. So I'm trying to get quite a bit reviewed in one go, so then I upload them, then it gives me time to, because I was like panicking, but I'm like, you know, you could just get like a bottle of you know, like Courage or something like that, or even a Guinness, you know, because we're celebrating dark beers. They don't have to be, you know, uber craft or anything like that. So I might have a little bit of a trip. I mean, even like a dark sort of like Eastern European lager. There's no rules to dark beers. But yeah, anyway. Cheers for watching. If you've tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below, and I shall hopefully see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.